That's the before shot. Phoenix Canariensis out here at the ranch I used to own in Dixon. And now my buddy Mark owns it. And he built himself a pretty nice house. There was a 150-year-old farmhouse out here before. Eventually it burned down of curious circumstances with some tenants in it. And then Mark made me an offer. He leased all the farmland to him, most of it, except where I grew the palm trees. And he said he liked it out here so much, he wanted to build a house out here. It's way out in Dixon. Way, way, way out here. And so I said, well, Mark, I got to move these canary palms out of the way from what you're wanting to do. So I did. That was 10 years ago, after 5 years of growing them. Now we're finally harvesting our trees. And when I say we, I mean that guy and me. That's Carson Gregg. He's thoroughly trained to clean this thing out without getting spiked by these things. Are just wicked. You gotten spiked yet? Any blood?
A little bit. No.
I got a little blood right here. Anyway, he's doing a good job. Stand back. Stand next to that tree, Carson. You're like 6 feet, right?
Yeah.
So Carson's 6 feet. So if you triple Carson, I still don't think you get to the top of the tree. I think the trees are probably 20 feet tall, at least this one. The client really liked this tree. As you can see, it really stands out from the rest. But as they grow out, they'll all start looking really good. We have some bigger trees over there. Some real big ones, like 9 foot of trunk. This one here we have is about, I'd say, 6 foot of trunk. The trunk is actually measured from the ground here all the way up to here. Is if we cut off all the fronds, you'd have a trunk all the way to here. This is where the newest fronds are coming out up the middle. It might even be up in here somewhere. But anyway, so it's technically about a 7 foot of trunk tree. And the thing about these canary palms, after I planted these trees, there was a disease that came out of Southern California. All these guys selling trees in Southern California, moving them to Northern California, moved this disease up into the Bay Area. Now, the good thing about these trees is that they're isolated out here. There's no disease out here on these trees. They're out here all by themselves. This disease is typically passed with dirty chainsaws and from an infected tree to a non-infected tree. So what we do, as you can see, we buy a brand new chainsaw for each of these trees. It's brand new. Want me to prove it? Look, got 3 saws here ready to go. Here they are. 1, 2, 3. Brand new saw for each tree. We mark the tree, trim it up real good, bring it out to your place, and then we give you that tree forever to use on that tree. Or we give you the chainsaw to use on that tree forever. So that way you're not contaminating it with anyone else. I can't tell you how often I'll see a beautifully trimmed tree 6 months later die. The disease is called Fusarium. You can look it up, Fusarium. Oxysporon, Oxysporon. Variety Canariensis. It's pretty much specific just to the canary palm, unfortunately. And so we go to great lengths to prevent this thing from moving around. But we don't give any guarantees because the whole Embarcadero in San Francisco is coming down with this disease. They didn't even know what they had until they hired me, and I went out there and told them they wanted to keep replacing canary palms. But once a tree is infected, it usually infects the ground around that particular tree, and you can't plant another one. So people still want these trees, so we just have to educate everybody about trimming them, not moving this pathogen around. It's a little bit like COVID. If you can just isolate it, stop it in its tracks, then it'll almost disappear. Just like Trump said. Anyway, someday it'll just magically disappear. But maybe this will happen too with Fusarium. I got to call Trump and see if it's the same deal. But anyway, things to know about these trees. This is a male tree. Male trees only make these brown flower pods, which Carson is fastidiously removing. Just as high as you can.
Yep.
And then we can only get so many because there's so many thorns in there. And the female trees, rather, make this beautiful orange coloration of seed pods, which is gorgeous. I mean, really pretty. Some people are like, oh, I want the ones with the orange in them. So that's these. And these are edible. You can eat these, watch. They're absolutely delicious. They don't have a lot of fruit. Okay. You see that? Let's see. Yeah. Basically, you suck on the outside. Spell seeds. So, there's advantages and disadvantages like everything in life. The females are going to make the seeds. You can eat them. They're really good. However, they will probably germinate in your garden, and then you might be upset about that. If it's over a driveway or something, it's not a big deal. You can also cut the seeds out of there before they get to this stage when you're trimming. But look, you can just pick off the whole brat like this. A whole bunch of them. And put them all in your mouth. Watch. Here we go. The whole thing. All of them, except for the orange one, not the orange one. Gotta get rid of the orange one. There. These are ready. Purple. And Carson,
Yeah.
you like dates?
Yeah.
Free dates all day.
Yeah.
On me. No charge. See if he likes them. Anyway, you suck on them all. Eventually spit all the seeds out. What else is there to know about this tree? These trees don't even get water anymore. That's how drought tolerant they are. It's a beautiful, green, lush plant. Once established, doesn't need any water in California. Probably look a little better if you give them water, but like for instance, this tree probably would not have the brown on the bottom if it had water. But they do fine enough without water. Let's see. Give Carson a taste test here and see what he says. What else do you know about these trees? Yeah, just gotta make sure that you keep your chainsaw blades. Well, one chainsaw per tree. Even if you have 5 trees in your property, it's like needle sharing. Don't needle share. Carson, do you needle share? No, that's a no-no. Try these. Get your reaction. I'm gonna suck on the outside, hard seed in the middle, and tell the world what you're experiencing. I'm gonna tell the world what you're experiencing.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What are you experiencing in your taste glands?
It's pretty sweet.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of sugar?
Yeah, a lot of sugar.
Yeah, what I meant to say is every one of these trees has a different, they're all seed grown. Anything that's seed grown is going to be variable. Except some things like mangoes or clones. Long story. But palm trees, every one of these trees is going to have a different look about it. This one's kind of stiff. The one we have here is really long. You just kind of look down the line, you can start to see the differences, subtle differences in these trees. And one difference is the fruit. Sometimes the fruit's big, small, different colored. Some are really great. This one over here is pretty good. I'm eating, and some you can't even eat. They're too hard. But so you never know. The date trees that you eat from the store, that's from Phoenix dactylifera. It's related to this tree. Sometimes they hybridize. In fact, I think we have some hybrids over there. It's a date tree you get from the store. It doesn't get hot enough here, outside the desert, to ripen the seeds. Ow, just got plucked. And so people want to grow date palms to get fruit here. Well, you can get fruit, but it will not ripen up like a date that you know in the store. It'll be like a crunchy, pretty sweet, moisture-laden apple, like a little apple. You can eat those. Come to my nursery. We have a female over there. You can eat those. But they're really good. And there's recipes for them and stuff. But you have to know it's not the same as the one from the store. So hopefully we'll get this job done today. It gets dark at 5 o'clock. We gotta get 3 of these trees out of here. Wish us luck. And if you need a canary palm, you know who to call. That's how we trim it. There's the pineapple right there. Someday it'll get a big trunk and you can trim more of that off to get the classic pineapple look. But this is the young pineapple look. I'll leave you with Carson hiding from the video behind the tree. And there's your tree right there. Hey Carson, what do you say when someone says, those palms are too expensive? What do you say to them?
I mean, there's a
me
lot
to-
of work that.
This is what you tell them. You go out and buy the crane and the 15 years and the seed, the water, and the fertilizer, and the dump fee, and the chainsaws, and the dump truck, and most importantly, the blood, the sweat. Look, I'm bleeding right now. I got bludgeoned again. The blood, the sweat, and what else?
Tears.
The tears. Have we cried yet? Come on, seriously. Today, have we cried yet? Have I cried?
I think like pretty close.
No, the only thing I've done is I've bitched and I've moaned.
There you go.
I haven't cried yet.
Pretty close.
But yeah, look, there's blood right there. That's real live blood. That's all over. These things are gnarly. Anyway, they are spectacular though when we get them done. I gotta say. Here's tree number 2 for this job in the city. I'm installing a job in the city at this beautiful historic home. Maybe I'll do a little video after for the guy who basically created the cable car system in San Francisco. He doesn't live there anymore because he died over 120 years ago. But anyway, there'd be no cable cars in San Francisco if it wasn't for this guy. Andrew Smith Halliday is his name, and he lived to a not so ripe age of only 64 years old. But in those 64 years, that man was busy and he accomplished lots of amazing things. Born in 1836 in London, he immigrated to the United States to chase the gold in California in 1852 at just 16 years old. He worked as a miner for several years, but didn't really get a good payout. But then he started getting paid big bucks to build big bridges across the major rivers of California and even up into British Columbia. He was also hired by the miners to create an ingenious trolley car cable system to bring ore out of the deep mines. That gave him the experience and confidence to go to the city of San Francisco and tell them that they needed a cable car system, and the rest is history. Mr. Halliday had planted 2 canary palms back in like 1880 or 90, or whenever he did, smaller than these. And they lived for like 130 years and they were beautiful. But then they kind of got old and they started rotting out. And they became sort of a hazard and they were huge. And so now we're replanting with these. And this is the size tree that he would have had probably, 15 years down the road from when he planted them. So it's like stepping back in time. You ever ridden a cable car? We need to go ride a cable car because you know where these trees are going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you ride a cable car, I want you to think, I just planted a palm tree for that guy that made the cable car.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Oh yeah.
All kinds of fun clients. Keep the thing away from me. Yeah. No. Back. What was it that I was saying? Why does this always happen to me? Let me show you why it happens. Because I want to get this palm looking as beautiful as possible. The way to do that is to pull out as many of these male flowers as you can. Amongst a million, may I say, friggin' thorns. My wife wanted one of these at our house, and I'm like, no, baby. You never trim one of these things. All right, I'm going to put a video link at the bottom in the description box. You got to watch it. It's called When Plants Attack. So you'll see what I mean. That is mild compared to When Plants Attack. So anyway, but rest assured, you buy a tree from me, I'm gonna do everything I can to make it pretty. I'm gonna trim out all that junk right there. It's gonna be super clean looking, whether I have to bleed, sweat, or even cry. And after you've cried and you've bled and you've sweated, that's what your canary palm should look like, right there. 8 foot of trunk, 7, 8, something like that. It's hard to tell. Right there, isn't that beautiful? Look at that beautiful tree. Isn't it worth it? Get in there and bleed a little and make it super clean. Yeah, time for a still photo. Was it something I said? Why did you bludgeon me?
Yeah, these things just happen.
I thought you liked me. Freaking stab me with that thing, man. Make some really beautiful artwork with blood. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's not for everybody. Trimming palm trees is not for everybody. You gotta like a little bit of pain and suffering. And if you're into that kind of thing, and maybe a little bit of blood, then you're gonna love this job.
It's exciting.
You love the job?
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know when you're about to get stuck. What? You some kind of equipment operator?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 All right. Okay. Okay. Well, Carson, got another one tied up here, huh? Is that all you need to get? Because the sun's going down. No. How many do you have to get? You'll be out here in the dark. Jeez, you better hurry up, brother. Look at this. Oh, there you go. End of day 1. Here's your tree, all tied up, happy, ready to roll. And there's Carson, just staring off at the beautiful sunset, off in the distance, with the matriarch canary palm right there that has 2 huge barn owls in it. It's been there since 1880. If you or anyone that you know needs a canary palm, call Golden Gate Palms Nursery, because they have quite a few. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They keep going. Anyway, got a lot. So, gotta get Carson over here. He's filling the hole, playing on the backhoe. Lots of fun. And then we will tie these guys down, get it down the road. What a sight to behold. There's only one problem. What's the problem? What's your Golden Gate Palm shirt? Yeah. People are gonna think I just like picked you up on the side of the street, day laborer style. Get ready for the photo. Well, there it is. And one tree there, and one tree here. So, we're gonna make this place great again. And that's what I call, you know what I call that? I call that a tight fit, tight fit. That's the official supervisor right there, Santa Claus. He knows if I'm doing good, he knows if I'm doing bad. Hopefully I'll do good on this job. Remember what I said about tight? Look at this. This is tight. What you call tight? Tight. Tighter than tight pants. On a windy day. I just made that up. There we go. Woo! Looking pretty good. Santa, I've been really good this year. I've been working so hard. 15-hour days. Blood, sweat, and tears constantly. So hopefully you'll bring me something good. All I really want is good health and plenty of cheer. And maybe an end to the virus. Can you do that for me? End the virus. It's my only thing I want this Christmas. All right. So there's the view that Santa has of his soon-to-be new duo of canary palms here. We're stepping back in time. It's too bad. I'll get a photo of this place from the heyday. But they had some huge old canary palms. I got called out here a long time ago for a consultation, and they were getting kind of sick and old.
So here are the trees that were actually original to the house before they had to be cut down. Imagery compliments of Google. And what had happened to these trees is birds had gone up into the trunks and hollowed out holes so deep that the trees became unstructural. And you can imagine if a 20,000 pound palm tree just happened to break off and fall down onto someone on the sidewalk, that would be a bad day. And that actually happened when I was removing trees this big that were 140, 150, 160 years old from a like-aged farmhouse in Fairfield that was being demolished. And the city wanted to save the trees and put them in a park right next to the new development, and they hired me to move trees that were this tall. And when we were leaning the trees over, the whole head broke off and crashed down. Luckily, nobody was underneath it. You never want to walk under something like that. And you never know. And so the same thing could happen here. When the palm is standing straight, it remains structural because its center of gravity is straight up. But when you put it sideways, the side heavy load of the tree could potentially snap it. So these palms are really structural if they're perfectly straight, even if they're old, even if they have compromised structural integrity, but the very moment you lean them sideways, the stresses change immensely, and that's what caused the tree in Vallejo to fail during the transplant. So these people acted ahead of time to remove these trees, even though that's a very sad thing to do, and that's why we were hired to get out there and plant babies to start the process all over again.
Now we're stepping back into time. Probably about 1900 is how these trees, the trees that were before would look like this in the year 1900. So as you can see, it's just another typical day of me finishing in the dark. Thus my point, Santa. Been working hard. Give me that cure. All right. Look, he's got a bunch of stuff in his bag. A bunch of little toys. You see them? They're in there. Right there. He's coming. If that's not product placement, I don't know what is. Whoa.
Step out of the light, into the light. The house might be haunted, but so am I. We don't leave until the job is done. You might be creeping around in the dark, outside your house. That's what we do.
Dios mío. That was one heck of a day. 6 a.m. until I think about 8 p.m. Thank goodness for In-N-Out Burger. Cooking my burger right now. Anyway, going to sleep at the nursery. It's pretty nice there. Maybe I'll show you a quick little video of my setup. It's pretty cool. You know, when you have to come in at like 10 o'clock at night, you got to get up at 6. Why drive home? Drive back to the nursery to get the big truck. Why not just go to the nursery, pass out, and then wake up and do it all again? So, might as well clean my shoes here. Actually, this is probably bad etiquette. But I couldn't stand it anymore. I'll brush it off. That's what I'll do. I'll just sweep it. I'll be polite. There. Better. Big brother. Little brother. Isn't that cute? Look at them together. They're so cute. This is the new and improved incarnation of that one. Same crane, just bigger, better, stronger. 2 axles instead of 1. And so, and yes, that is the sun about to come up. And here I am again. Got to move all this junk from this truck to this truck. Take this truck, get a whole bunch of sand, finish that job. And I know you're probably wondering, and that's leche over there. That's leche. Leche means milk in Spanish. We have like 3 or 4 cats here that just adopted us. Hi, Leche. They're a little shy. Leche is probably the coolest one of all. Hey, Leche. Anyway, they adopted us, not the other way around. Probably wondering, where does Gary sleep? This is all you really need. You just need a nursery, a bunch of tables, Get a restaurant with a bunch of cerveza and music out here, and demo garden if you can ever finish it, and get the whole party scene going, and a nice place to sleep. I'm an employee. I call myself an employee. And there's where the magic happens, right there. That's where Gary gets rejuvenated to fight another battle. Everything you need and nothing you don't. You've got a couch that pulls out into a bed. You got your dining room table. You got your fridge. You got your stereo. You got your microwave oven. Big screen TV to show off all your landscape designs to your customers. Little printer, fax machine. Yeah, and look at the view. Well, the demo garden's not done yet, but it's gonna be the most spectacular view anywhere. It's like living at a 5-star resort, looking out the window and waking up to tropical paradise. And anyway, so we're gonna go and finish that job right now. Oh, look, there's another one. I don't know if we have a name for that one. Anybody want a calico, cute little kitty? She's really cute. Give me a call if you know anybody that wants a cute little calico, because I think we have 4 cats as it sits right now. Feed them and they will come. Does it seem like there's just cats everywhere? Okay, that's kitty number 4. So we're kind of nice. We get put out cushions. But if anybody wants kitty number, are you kitty number 3 or 4? I don't even know your name. You're a sweet little guy. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So we take him home, but I live in a family that's obsessed about cats, and we already have 4. No more cats are coming home. Anyway, you can stay here though if you like. But if somebody wants to take you home, they can do that too. All right. Anybody that wants a kitty? Look, there's they're everywhere. What's the world coming to? Yeah. Leche's the boss. He's the head honcho. He sets all the rules. But anyway, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, guys, have a good day, huh? Kyle will be here soon with the food. There you go. Not only do you get a beautiful tree when you hire Golden Gate Palms, you get a brand new chainsaw. Well, nearly brand new. It's only trimmed 1 tree in its life, and it's only going to trim 1 tree in its entire life. And we're back on the job. We're done. We just have to put a little sand around the holes. And look at that. You don't even have to come outside and see us if you're worried about COVID. You can just drop the check on the mat. So, what does Santa see? What did Santa see when the sun came up this morning? He saw canary palms. Look at that, just like that. So there they are, beautiful trees, and stepping back into time. And we're pretty much wrapped up. Yep, that's Alcatraz. And those are my palm trees from the ranch, planted 15 years ago from little babies, all grown up now, and happily home in a really beautiful spot. Let's see if we can get a cool finished shot. What's the best finished shot? You gotta get the architecture and the palms in the same shot. It appears that I would need to go across the street and stand on the roof of the neighbor's house because these magnolias, these beautiful magnolias, and they're beautiful, are blocking the view. Anyway, there you go. Another happy ending. We all love happy endings. I still think it's haunted. Maybe got to spend a little more time here at night.